There are three types of account. Let's start with a farm account. Each farm is provided with username and password. And is recognized as farm after login. By selecting the item, cage, or tank information, the operator sees the list of previously filled forms. By clicking on the Edit button, the farm operator sees the different parameters available in the form, such as ID number of the cage or tank, temperature, salinity, and so on, and can fill the form by clicking on check boxes or drop-down menu. The entered data can be corrected if wrong. However, if the farm operator wants to enter new data, for instance a new temperature record, he must start a new form. By selecting the item Fish Treatment, the farm operator can see the list of previously filled forms. By clicking on Edit button, the farm operator can fill the form by clicking on check boxes or drop-down menu. By selecting the item Fish Sacrificed, the farm operator can enter data regarding dead fish. He can fill the form by clicking on check boxes or drop-down menu and upload gonad biopsies images in JPG or PNG format. Each farm can only see its data. Finally, the farm operator can export data in HTML, Excel, or CSV format. A farm cannot see data from another. Each research partner is provided with a username and a password. And will be recognized as researcher after login. By selecting the item, cage, or tank information, the researcher gets access to data entered by all the farm operators. The researcher can select data by means of the selection menu at the top of the page. The researcher can export data from all the farms in HTML, Excel, or CSV format. He can generate graphs based on the data uploaded by the farms. However, graph generation is still in progress. At the bottom of the page, you can see the logos of the NTA partners that have access to the platform. One can access to the different institutions or farms webpage by clicking on the relative logo, and access to the single forms by clicking on the Edit button. The researcher is allowed to cancel data or update them by clicking on checkboxes or drop-down menu. By selecting the item Fish Treatment, the researcher gets access to the data entered by each farm. The researcher will be able to export data from all the farm in HTML, Excel, or CSV format. By clicking on the Edit button, the researcher will see the data, and he is allowed to cancel or update them by clicking on checkboxes or drop-down menu. He can also see and download the images of gonad biopsies uploaded. By selecting the item Fish Sacrificed, the researcher gets access to the data entered by each farm. The researcher will be able to export data from all the farm in HTML, Excel, or CSV format. By clicking on Edit button, the researcher can delete or update them through the checkboxes or drop-down menu. He can also see and download gonad photos. In the web platform, an account for a guest has also been created. A guest will be provided with a username and a password. and will be recognized as guest at login. The guest can see the data entered by each farm, but cannot make any changes. The guest will be able to export data, generate graphs, and download images.